So, so I'm back. So when he came back, for some reason, I didn't see her that hardly no more. Like, I would go down there and knock on the door, like when my husband would take the kids and do, you know, daddy time with the kids, or like randomly in my husband's sleep, or when the kids, I just got free time, I would go down there and try to talk to her because I know I see her. But every time I would go down there and knock on the door, she would be never there. Or if I just go out on the porch and I want to smoke, I would go down there and talk to her, and she wouldn't open the door. She wasn't there. I asked her, I was like, dang, I had noticed that she didn't want me to, she didn't bring the kids, because she didn't even ask the kids. She would just come knock on my door, hey, you doing anything? Can I leave the kids? You and like, yeah, and I do everybody like that. Kids love me. I love playing with kids. Anyway. So it had got down. My husband was at home for like 30 days. And my husband did not know that he was supposed to take us with him. So he didn't do anything. He didn't find out that we were supposed to go with him actually until like the last week. Now, when my husband was back, we had ended up getting a brand new car. We pretty much was getting, like, because he was in the army, we pretty much was getting, you know, we was getting, so he had got a car. He, you know, we got a lot of shit, right? So, long story short, I had got my husband had bought us a 2003 Chevy Trailblazer. I was so excited. It was our first new car. We weren't struggling paying the bills. We was doing good. But my husband had to leave to go to our first duty station. So, he actually went to our first duty station by himself. Now, when my husband left, that is when I started to see her again. But for some reason, she was acting weird. Like, she was just she wasn't acting weird. Like, she would be snappy. And one thing about me, I don't go back and forth. I don't go back and forth with a person. If somebody show me who they are, I just be like, okay, ain't no need to like fight with you and stuff like that. I just be like, okay, you know. So I ended up kind of like not talking to her. I ended up kind of stopped talking to her, but I didn't understand what was wrong. My husband had called me and was like, hey, I was, you know, he pretty much, oh no, the apartment that we stayed in was not made good. When it rains, our phone did not work. At the time, I had like a prepaid phone, and I just didn't buy no damn minutes because I wasn't going nowhere for real. And I don't know what was wrong, but the only phone I had gave my cell phone to my mom because I knew that I was leaving going to Hawaii, and my mom's phone broke, and I just gave her the phone because I didn't have no job. I was always at home, and so I had the house phone. But when it rains, our house phone did not work. So my husband was, and he knew this, so whenever he would call him, he would get a business signal, he would just call his mom because his mom stayed in the apartment downstairs, and I just go down there and I talk to him like that. So he had called me and pretty much told me what to do. Now, he called me and he was like, hey, this is what you do. He was just getting me ready to leave. It was time for us to leave. I had to ship the car in Atlanta. So my brother came and got me, and we went to Atlanta, right? And on our, my brother car had broke, and my mama car was there. I don't know what my mama car was, but my mama drives trucks, and she was coming through Atlanta. So we took our car to the new car that my husband had bought to the shipping place, and we had ended up just riding in the rig back with my mom because my mama drives trucks. And so when my mama pulled up, I got out the car, and she was out there. My mom just dropped us off, and she left. She was out there, and as I was getting my kids out of the truck and getting out of the car, she was standing on the porch. And let's fast forward. Let's rewind. The girl. Did I tell y'all about her and the baby daddy? Well, long story short about the baby daddy. The baby daddy had got out of jail. Hold on. So fast forward. Rewind. So I forgot to tell y'all about the baby daddy. 2 days before I was to take the truck back, I was sitting out on the porch. Remember, she had stopped talking to me when my husband had came back. I was sitting out on the porch. And y'all remember that I told you she was a low-key freak and she used to sleep with the pastor? Well, remember I said the baby daddy be in and out of jail? So, he had got out of jail. And I remember she did, no she didn't. She didn't ask me. He had got out of jail. Now, I remember, because I was sitting on the porch getting blazing. The pastor, y'all remember the pastor that I was telling y'all back about that she, why you doing that? Oh, why you do that? You scared me. What, it don't smell like that? Quit barking, I'm trying to tell a story time. He was over there.
He was over there. And it was now I give her this, she took care of kids, y'all. Her kids was put together. The kids always she took care of kids. She loved her kids. I never talked trash about her. She was messy, but she took care of kids. And so they was, and her kids used to have nap time because I used to always, that's another story, but my kids ain't never have nap time. I truly believe that if kids, back then, if I ain't had no job, my kids they just fell asleep when they was out. That's just how I was back then. My kids had a good damn childhood. Anyway, so sis was in there with the pastor getting it on while the kids was in nap time, right? Now this was a couple of days before I was taking the car to get shipped. So I'm sitting on the porch getting blazed. Guess who get dropped off in the cab? Baby daddy. And so he goes to the reason he in jail because he already had jumped on her. That's why he was in jail for like 60 days. So he gets out the car trying to come home. Now, I remember specifically him calling her a bitch and saying he didn't want to be with him, that he wanted to be with his other baby mama. When he would piss off one baby mama, he would come back to her. When he would piss her off, he would go back to the other baby mama. Them two couldn't stand each other because the other baby mama used to come over there and start shit and want to fight. When he would get out of jail, he would be with her. That girl had it was a whole bunch of, they were bananas. Anyway, they were very dysfunctional. Long story short, she was in there with the pastor, right? He goes to knock the door. He goes to put his key in the door and the door don't work. So he breaks the window. Now she in the back. Now I wouldn't say this about them apartments. I was in my apartment sleep one time and literally somebody was breaking in my apartment. That nigga had climbed through the window and everything. It was one of my neighbors while I'm asleep. When I walked out of the apartment and walked in the front to get me something to eat, that nigga was in there in my closet with grocery bag trying to put my husband's PlayStation in the grocery bag. That's how it is. That's how it was in the apartment. For some reason, you couldn't hear shit. I'm just excuse me, y'all. Long story short, so when he broke the window, I'm guessing she did not hear him break the window, right? Why that nigga broke the window and I'm sitting on the porch like this, just like this, because just so how my kids asleep too. I'm like this. Like, oh shit, I ain't moved, I ain't said shit. I don't want no parts of that because niggas is crazy. Another story, one time in that same apartment building, my neighbor ended up getting unalived by her boyfriend, and then he unalived himself. Like when that was like some months prior to you going to basic, Dustin, you remember that? Mm-hmm. And so back then I didn't fool around in people's business because my daughter used to go down there and play with her daughter all the time. So like after that happened, I didn't get in other people's domestic dispute because I literally remember that lady was so nice and no one knew that he was abusing her, but he ended up unaliving her and herself. And I remember it's gonna run out, y'all, so I gotta come back with part 3. So I finished telling y'all about her and her. Yeah, I'll be back.